So five-star Bru McCoy is pondering a transfer to Texas, and we're going to talk about it. And all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. I am on remote, where I should be reading about antagonistic rhetoric. But no, I am reading about Bru McCoy and USC and calling folks and making texts and finding out what is going on. So the skinny is checking. Bru McCoy pulled USC out of the hat because Bru McCoy's basically been a USC commit since he was in diapers. This is a guy who had a USC jersey in his bedroom at modern day. The dude grew up there, wanted to go to USC. He's a five-star wide receiver, the kind of guy that Nick Saban said, why don't you come play some outside linebacker? He's that good. So he ends up at USC with Kliff Kingsbury as the offensive coordinator. And then offensive coordinator is no longer there because that dude failed up into a job with the Arizona Cardinals as the head coach. Now, if you're Bru McCoy, you're going, yo, wait a second. You fired T. Martin. You fired Kliff Kingsbury. I don't know who my offensive coordinator is. And y'all look absolutely garbage at USC. Maybe I do want to go to Texas, where they decided that they really wanted me. And now that LG Humphrey has decided to enter the NFL draft early, you have a better opportunity to get on the field if you got the waiver. And we can get to the waiver in a minute. But what is going on at USC? You got Clay Helton, who's not necessarily asleep at the wheel, but it ain't a good look either. You got Lynn Swann, who made this thing worse by trying to block the Jets and/or Cardinals from interviewing Kliff Kingsbury for a job that he would ultimately take. You got infighting from the board of trustees, and Trojan football, fight on, looks nothing like what it should. This is the squad that should have had Chris Steele and Bru McCoy locked up, and now Bru McCoy looks like he just wants to get to the University of Texas just as quickly as possible, where he would be, right, one of the wide receivers who would be ready to go in 2020, and he could fight for a job if he got the waiver in 2019. Now, you would be like, waiver for what? You can't get a waiver for Kliff Kingsbury leaving the job. Well, Tate Martell's trying to do that at Ohio State. Don't think it's going to work, but you should know by now, if the New Orleans Saints fans can sue the NFL and say, we want you to play the game over again because of an egregious missed pass interference call, you should know you can apply for a waiver for anything. So I expect the dude to apply for a waiver right now, right then, and later. But ultimately, what would keep him at USC, man? Teammates? Maybe. You haven't even played a snap there. Nobody says that you would play right away. Yes, you're close with JT Daniels, but that dude's going to start and you might not, and you don't know what the offense is. So you're heading into February. You're heading into spring ball without knowing who your offense coordinator is, when literally almost everybody else at a program that matters has their play callers, man. You might have some position coaches that you're not sure about just yet, but if you're Bru McCoy, or more to the point, Bru McCoy's parents, you got to be going, Clay, you're giving us nothing to work with here. Meanwhile, Pee Wee Herman, Magic City Tom's over there like, come on down. Let me show you how we do this here thing. And I don't blame them not one bit, man. Five-star wide receiver who can play with the best. This guy is coming off of national awards for his high school football play. And he has not just a pedigree to keep up, but he has first-round NFL talent. This is the kind of guy that Oklahoma or anybody else would have been in love to get, along with the way that people are in love with Spencer Rattler. To get the five-star billing, you have to be able to envision that guy being drafted in the first round of their draft. That's what you see in Bru McCoy. And if you go to USC, does your stock go up? Does your stock go down? We don't really know. And I get that there's a bunch of y'all that don't necessarily like that the transfers want to do what transfers do. Get over yourselves, man. I don't care that you don't like it. Don't lock a kid into a place he doesn't want to be. You can't do it to coaches. You didn't say to Dana Holgerson, hey, you just signed the West Virginia class, stick it out. You didn't say that to Manny Diaz, who took the Temple job and then took the Miami job 17 days later. You don't say that to position coaches who are still making moves, all right? So get off your high horse. Let the kids be kids. Otherwise, go yell somebody else. Why are you yelling at me? We don't agree with each other. Anyway, you're going to tell me about it in the comments below, and I would love to hear your feedback on this, because you leave it to me, I think Bru McCoy ends up at Texas. All right, that's it for me. Doses.